All right, little bonus something for you today since I'm not only late but still ill and unsure what's coming up this week. Wanted to make sure that anybody who doesn't normally watch Instagram got a chance to see Sam interview I'm going to say one of, a medalist, a fantastic swimmer, and her nickname is Smiley. I wanted you guys to be able to check this out for those of you who don't normally go on Instagram. I will say one thing, and I saw Cynthia was in the comments on this video. Uh, the sound is a little funky, so it sounds like Sam has a bit of a lisp, but it's just the sound. It's not, Sam has not developed a lisp. He didn't lose his two front teeth since shooting or anything. So the sound is a little bit funky, but it's by no means bad. All right, let's check this out.
Well, hello there. Welcome to MPC. Welcome to our first live of 2026. Just checking there are people out there and I'm not talking into a void. Yes, hello, there are people here. Fantastic. Well, welcome to 2026 and welcome to MPC Live. I'm so excited for this one. Really, I cannot wait to get into it. If you didn't know, what is MPC, My Peak Challenge? We have just celebrated our 10th year. We're dedicated to bringing health, happiness, and giving back to charities while we help ourselves. If you didn't know, there are members all over the world in 83 different countries. We have ambassador groups. We do that through mindfulness, meditation, workouts, nutrition, and of course, supporting our amazing charity partners. And over the past 10 years, we've been very fortunate to work with some amazing charity partners. We have raised almost $8 million, or our peakers have almost raised almost $8 million for our chosen charities. We have planted over 700,000 trees. We have, through global food banking, we've served over 10 million meals. We've cleaned oceans. We've financed clinical trials, provided end-of-life care and support in hospice. So it really has been very rewarding, and it's our peakers that have done all this. But what are we waiting for? 2026 is already here, and I'm so proud to announce that, well, you probably already know, that the Commonwealth Sport Foundation is our charity partner this year. I'm really happy to finally connect with them because I apologize for missing them a few days ago. I was traveling here to Germany, but let me introduce you to the Commonwealth Sport Foundation and to the amazing, I can't wait to speak to Hannah. I'm going to see if I can bring her on, and I'll stop talking and we'll bring Hannah.
Always audio issues when he does an
And
invite.
also about what Hannah does. So hopefully they can join us online. I've accepted their request. I hope I have anyway. Yes, very excited to speak. Hannah,
Hello.
we made it.
Yay.
I'm so excited. Firstly, apologies about the other day.
No worries, no worries.
I was walking around the airport, trying to get my steps in, trying to prepare for this. A fellow Scot from Inverurie up north. Hannah, I'm so excited. To everyone that doesn't know you, well, they should know you. Hannah Miley, can I call you Smiley?
Yeah, go for it.
I believe that's your nickname. You are, let me get this right, and I'll let you introduce yourself probably. You are a three-time Olympian, a double Commonwealth champ, yes, and a world and European title holder. Amongst other things, you're also a mom of two, which is probably even more impressive. Hannah, welcome, and welcome to MPC.
Thank you very much for having me. I'm really looking forward to this chat.
Yeah, we're so excited. And obviously, you're here not only as a former athlete, but as spokesperson for the Commonwealth Sport Foundation. We're so excited to be working with you guys. Perhaps, I don't know, you can introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about what the Commonwealth Sports Foundation is and how you got into it in the first place.
Yeah, so thank you very much for that lovely introduction. My name is Hannah Miley. I always like to say, not to be confused with Hannah Montana Miley Cyrus. I had the name first.
Can you sing?
Yeah, definitely. No, I don't sing. That's why I swam.
Certainly not important, right?
Yeah. Um, and yeah, swimming was my safe space. I grew up living in the pool, living and breathing, being in water, and it just felt like home. And for me, the Commonwealth Games it kickstarted my career. I was part of the Commonwealth Youth Games when I was 14, and that inspired me to try and get onto the senior team in 2006 in Melbourne. And my journey through, getting to the three Olympic Games wouldn't have been the way that it was had it not been for the Commonwealth Games. So the Commonwealth Foundation has been a huge factor, not just in my career post swimming, but just in what it does. And I think it's a fantastic foundation to support. So yeah, it's an incredible organization.
And I suppose I should probably mention, if anyone doesn't know, that the Commonwealth Games is being held in Glasgow. It's now, what, 11 years after it was last there. It is on from, let me get the dates right, 23rd of July to the 2nd of August. I believe there's, multiple different disciplines, different sports, athletes and para athletes competing from many, many different territories and countries. If you don't know, I'm a huge sports fan. I mean, we've even got the Olympic Games on, the Winter Games are on at the moment. We've got the Six Nations. I have to give a little shout out to Scotland, who are playing tomorrow. Really exciting. So I'm such a huge fan of sports, and I cannot wait to come, because last time it was on, when you competed and won, I was working on Outlander, so I couldn't come along. But I believe that's right, wasn't it? You in 2014. If people haven't seen it, there's an amazing video. It's so exciting, where you defend your what would you call it, championship, and you won. You
Yeah,
beat the English swimmer Wilcott, was it?
Amy Wilmot. Yeah.
Wilmot. It just is the most breathtaking, so exciting. I mean, forgive me for going off piste here, but what was that like? Winning that medal, and could you hear the atmosphere? Could you hear the support there in Scotland?
Yeah, it was surreal. Normally my event at the games is the very last day of the swimming event, so
Right.
they shuffle things around and they actually made my event on the first day and actually the first event of the finals. So there was a fair bit of pressure. They were kind of hoping, you can make a bit of history. You could be the first Scottish athlete to, win gold on Scottish soil. You'd be like the third ever female to successfully defend a title as well.
No
So no
pressure.
pressure, no pressure whatsoever. So walking out when they called my name, I had headphones on. There was no point wearing it. The noise just erupted. You could feel it right through your chest. And then diving into that water, I mean, to be honest, I can't remember much of that race apart from the last 100 meters. And I remember turning, and Amy was out in front, and she's a great competitor. We've been able to push each other, and that race was just like no other. And I'll never forget the very last 50. I tumble turned, pushed off the wall, and underwater, I could hear the crowd. It absolutely erupted. And I don't know how to explain how mad it is to actually hear sound underwater, because normally it's just all white noise. And once I touched the wall, I was knackered. But seeing the fact that I succeeded in defending the title and winning it, and yeah, I wanted to celebrate it. And I think it is on YouTube for life now, but I thought I'm going to celebrate it. You got the muscle moment. I don't have big muscles, but I wanted to fully embrace it. So I sat on the lane rope and fell straight off in front of everybody. It's really hard to sit on the lane rope straight
I
after a
bet,
race.
just balance, let alone. But I mean, what an incredible achievement! And honestly, I've watched it several times on YouTube. You can watch it. It's just so exciting when you do that turn, and you see you really power into it. It's so exciting. But I'm probably getting ahead of myself. Why don't we go back? Why don't we go? What I mean, what got you into swimming in the first place? And then working with, I believe, the Commonwealth Sport Foundation, you received a grant. Is that right?
Yes, I did. So, taking it back to the beginning, my dad taught me how to swim. He first threw me in a pool when I was about 3 and taught me to swim. For him, it was about being safe in water, and he wanted to make sure all his kids could be competent. I don't really ever think he expected me to get to the Olympics.
Wow.
And for him, he absolutely loves the sport of swimming, and he was able to share that passion with me. And throughout my whole journey, he was my coach and he remained my coach. So for me, I feel very honored and privileged to have been able to take my whole family from not just being a family support, but it was Team Miley. We got to 3 Olympic Games, and to stand on that podium in 2014, bawling my eyes out, singing the Flower of Scotland, and seeing him bawl his eyes out in the crowd, it just, those moments, yeah, mean the world to me. So I owe a lot to my dad.
Mm.
Then my career, I decided to retire in 2021. I was very fortunate that I was able to make that choice. I didn't have injury that put me out. I just knew it was the right time. And looking at where my career was going to go afterwards, it took a bit of time to figure it out. Having lived and breathed swimming for 17 plus years, to then suddenly not have it
Mm.
was tough. It was really, really tough. And I found that actually the gap in knowledge within female health in sport, especially, was missing. And I'm so passionate about helping younger athletes, helping even myself as a former athlete, trying to understand where my body is at now. Being a mum and the joys of postpartum and pregnancy and trying to stay active as well was a huge eye opener for me. So actually really talking about and sort of empowering women and girls around menstrual health and using sport to help manage it, and sort of, yeah, getting kind of those sides, it was really, really powerful and important for me. So the grant came through at probably the best time ever. It was not long after I retired. We were in lockdown.
And
I
this,
was
this is the Game Changers grant that came from the Commonwealth Sports Foundation, is that right?
Yes, it was. And yeah, it was just a huge opportunity that I was like, I'd be daft to not jump at it. Because being able to reach, we were looking at Zoom, reaching other athletes and sports across the UK. And without that grant, it's allowed, yeah, with that grant, I was able to reach so many more athletes, so many more clubs. It's allowed me to develop my brand, Typically 28, where it's not just athletes I now work with, it's coaches, it's parents, it's support staff. And it's just sharing that experience, empowerment, and knowledge around female health, really. So yeah, it's given me a career after sport, which has just been fantastic.
It's incredible, and I guess that's it shows just why this is such a great collaboration and great partnership with NPC and the Commonwealth Sport Foundation. We're ourselves, we're trying to support people using not just working out and workouts, but also the mindfulness side, the mental health side, the nutrition side. And not only that, we're trying to support through a community as well. We have an amazing community of peakers around the world, and it feels like you had that support from the Commonwealth Sport Foundation and the grants you're given, and also just to say, I think it's amazing that you're helping other female athletes across the board. A large amount of our members are a similar demographic, and it's just incredible to be able to support and see people start small, start with small habits and small changes that really all add up to achieving their goals.
Yeah, and that for me is what I think solidifies the whole ethos of the Commonwealth Sport Foundation. Their main motto is the power of sport helps drive change.
Yeah.
And coming back to the 2014 games, the community spirit around Glasgow was just phenomenal. Like going
Yeah.
back to Glasgow, you still hear taxi drivers talking about how amazing and impactful it was. And at the time, the communities were able to raise life-changing funds. And in order to keep that legacy going, in 2020, the Commonwealth Sport Foundation was created. And from there on, it's been able to change lives across the Commonwealth every single day. So to be part of one of the grant recipients, to know that that change has helped change my life, and now I can, offer that change to other individuals, is just hugely rewarding. But it kind of goes to, for me, it's the value of community. Like my community as a swimmer was that elite bubble. Then trying to find my community once I retired was really difficult. The Commonwealth Sports Foundation allowed me to bridge that gap. And I found my community again in sport postpartum, and life as a retired athlete too. And yeah, I really, really value that community spirit. It's amazing. And I love reading about peakers and what you guys have been doing. It is really, really amazing.
Oh, thank you. Obviously your career is just phenomenal. I have so much admiration for you. But then also to go on afterwards, and to build a career outside of, still in the sport, but to support other athletes is incredible. And as you say, the support in Scotland during the actual games itself, I'm going to encourage everyone here, no matter where you are in the world, come to the Commonwealth Games, come and support, come and see the Scottish support as well for our Scottish athletes, of which we have a great number. It really is like nothing else, is it? Really
Yeah.
fun. Is there something you wish, you know, people would ask you, or you would, you know, something memorable from the games, or something, I don't know, that you've encountered in your career post being an elite athlete? Is there something that you just wish people knew more about?
I think it's going to sound like a little bit of a daft question, but the one question that I actually wish people would ask is it worth it? Because being able to ask it, a lot of people think, oh yeah, because it's all the medals, but it's being able to talk about it beyond the medals. For me, my successes came from, yes, standing on the podium, singing the national anthems, but actually sometimes the fourth place finishes. For me, I came fourth in Rio by 15 hundredths of a
Wow.
second, which is, I
Yeah,
think, equivalent of like a blink of an eye.
I mean,
But yeah, um, and for me, you know, I actually do see that as a success because your worth is so much more than medals. It can be, for me, my little wins in the day are getting up on time, being able to attend my CrossFit class, actually go in and go enjoy my master swimming group. For me, my successes change daily, and is it worth it? Yes, because it taught me so much more that it's not just the outcome, it's the whole journey itself. And I think it's so important to talk about the journey because everyone loves talking about the highs, but actually the lows are just as important because they taught me to be resilient. They taught me to never give up and fight back. And actually, maybe this route doesn't work. Let's find a different way.
oh, that's so inspiring, and I can absolutely relate to that because I think we all, you know, we all just wish that, you know, we were, you know, at our top fitness, or where we're always aiming for these goals, and actually it's the steps towards it that actually are the most important. And when you do fall down or when you do struggle, you know, it is the community around us that support us, and certainly through NPC, countless times I see our community supporting. We have a private group where everyone shares their successes, but more importantly, their failures, or not failures, but their challenges, shall I say. And it's so wonderful to see everyone rally around, and so relatable. Um, I'm I'm just honestly so excited to meet you actually in person. Would be fantastic. I'm going to extend an invite. We do have our annual gala that we're planning. If you're available, we'd love to come and hear you speak more, maybe to our peakers. Or I'll just bore you with swimming questions. You were part of the, asked to ask you, you were part of the medley, is that right? Where you choose different,
Yeah.
you do different disciplines. Is there one that you preferred, or do you just? And also, I mean, you clearly said you still swim now, but I was like, do you? Was there, after you stopped swimming professionally, was there a time period where you're like, I'm done with that. I need time out. I'm gonna go walk or cycle.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, medley or individual medley is where you swim all four strokes within the one race. So my main event was the 400 meters individual medley. So it was 100 meters butterfly, 100 meters backstroke, 100 meters breaststroke, 100 meters freestyle. So at my peak, it would take about 4.5 minutes to do. So you're literally working every muscle group possible. And the one question I tend to get asked a lot is, well, what was your favorite stroke? And to be honest, being a medley swimmer, you can kind of cheat slightly because it depends what kind of day you're having. One day you could be like, yeah, fly feels good today, or oh, you know
Mm.
what, maybe backstroke. So it mixed around, and that was why I loved it because it meant there was always something to work on. I could, you know, focus on different elements. So if I was over focusing on one part or one stroke, I could be like, right, I just need to focus on a different stroke, and it just gave me that break.
Mm.
And strategy wise racing, it was quite varied because those who were strong, maybe butterfly backstroke, could be very quick at the start, but then you could catch up on breaststroke. So it was a bit like playing chess. And for me, I'm not a tall swimmer. I'm 5'5". A lot of my competitors are 5'8" or taller.
Right.
So it's a little bit of an underdog. I kind of got nicknamed the Jack Russell because I was very small but very annoying because I just nip at the heels of everybody and not give up. But for me, that event suited me because you didn't have to be tall, you didn't have to be big, you just had to be technically good, which is what I could work at. So,
Oh, it just sounds, so to be honest, awful. And I think I'd be drowning by 100 meters of any of those strokes. But maybe I need to get more into swimming. At the Commonwealth Games, you know, there's all these multiple sports there. I mean, I'm so excited. I love watching the swimming. Always watch it because it's just so exciting. Is there a sport that you're like outside of swimming that you're like excited to go see? I mean, weightlifting. You mentioned CrossFit there.
Yeah. I love gymnastics. I always
Gymnastics,
think,
of course.
yeah, it looks amazing. I always think just the power that they can generate, and they're not tall athletes either, but it is amazing the flexibility that they can do and the shapes and the body awareness. Does make my bones ache watching, thinking, oh, if I tried this, I'd certainly break something. But it doesn't mean I don't enjoy watching it. I just sit in awe, absolutely in awe. So yeah, I'd love to be able to watch one of the gymnastic events. It's always been on my bucket list to go and watch. I've not been able to yet, so hopefully these games could be the one.
They're going to have to turf me out. I think I'm going to be there all day, every day. And, you know, I can't wait to see groups of peakers there, our, you know, NPC groups there, and everyone supporting our athletes from all over the world, not just Scotland, of course. Look, I've been given a little quick fire round. If you're ready for this,
Yes.
I feel like I'm going to ask you some really quick questions, whatever comes to mind,
Okay.
just so we get to know you a little bit more. I think I also have answers to these, but I can't wait to hear. Okay, here we go. Quick fire round because you're a sports person. Early morning training or late night sessions?
Early morning, all the way.
100%. I can't motivate myself in the
Yep.
evening.
Yep.
It's just, I want to lie on the couch. Solo training, this is a good one. Solo training or team energy?
Right now, team energy. When I was an elite athlete, solo, but now team energy all the way. I live and breathe off of that team energy.
I agree, isn't it? It's like, it's fun to do it on your own and to push yourself and not have responsibility. But when you need picking up, you know, you need someone to support you. It's just amazing when you have a teammate just to give you a bit more of encouragement. Okay. Oh, I think we've answered this one, but this is quite specific. Backstroke or butterfly? Surely it's the backstroke. That's, you just get to lie down, right?
Oh, I was going to say butterfly. I do like butterfly. It was my best stroke initially when I was really young. And I love the fact that it is a tough stroke. I'm backstroke, you're going backwards, you can't see where you're going. Whereas flying, I'm being able to see where I'm going.
Do you not get to like just stare at the ceiling and admire the view a little bit? No, probably not. Healthy fuel or comfort food after a big session?
Healthy fuel. Healthy fuel. I've had to re-look at my nutrition, and actually, I'm really enjoying kind of taking things back to basics, trying to eat more, improve my carbohydrate and protein intake, and I just love making my food really, really colourful. My little one, she's 2, and she's kind of feeding off of what I'm eating too. So I know that if I can make good choices, it's going to hopefully help influence
I
her.
love that. Do you think your little ones are going to be taking to the water? They probably already have.
Yes, she is very independent when it comes to being in the water. So for her, it's really important to get those life-saving skills. Doesn't matter if she can't swim, butterfly, backstroke, breaststroke. I just want her to be safe. So that's the key thing. But she does love gymnastics. She loves running, climbing. So the world's her oyster. I'm going to try and introduce her to as many sports as possible.
I love it. Start them young. Okay, here we go. Oh, this is a good one. Big goals. I think we've covered this. Small daily wins,
Small daily wins.
isn't it?
Yeah.
How do you eat a dinosaur or an elephant? One bite at a time. I think it's really applies.
Yeah.
Oh, this I don't know who gave me this one. Outlander or Braveheart?
Outlander. We
Just
did watch Braveheart once before. I think it was in 2006, and Mel Gibson's attempt at the accent. Not so sure.
Yeah, well, I mean, he does wear a kilt, you know, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of kilts at the Commonwealth Games this year. Okay, last one. Community or competition?
Community. If you asked me this as an elite, I would have said competition because I thrived off of that. Whereas now I fully value what community brings to me. And sometimes community can bring competition, healthy competition, but that support is just everything. So community all the way.
100%. Well, listen, I absolutely adored briefly talking to you. I can't wait to meet you in person. We're so excited to be partners with the Commonwealth Sports Foundation. It really is very, very exciting to also continue the work you're doing supporting young athletes. I think the Commonwealth Games itself is going to be so exciting to hear the Scottish crowd, the Scottish support. But wherever you're from, please come and visit and watch. You're going to see that Glasgow itself is a very warm welcome, and I can't wait for to watch the swimming with you. Maybe we can sit down together and you can actually explain what they're doing.
Yes, more than happy to help with that.
Are they holding their breath? Listen, thank you so much, Hannah. It's really wonderful to meet you finally in person. Well, finally online. But yeah, next time we'll meet in person, and I look forward to seeing you. Thanks to you. Thanks to the Commonwealth Sport Foundation. We're going to be great charity partners. And thanks to all our peakers who've joined us. If you haven't joined us, come and join us. NPC is available online, and whilst you're helping yourself, you're helping others as well. This is such a great partnership. Thanks, Hannah.
No worries. Thanks very much.
All right, enjoy the rest of your evening. I'm going to go lie down on the couch
Me too.
and watch you win yet again on the Commonwealth Games. I'm going to replay that one over and over.
Amazing.
Thanks.
Thank
Cheers. Bye now. You defend your what would you call it, championship, and you won.
you.
You
Yeah.
All right, folks, there you have it. I love these. I love these little interviews where he's interviewing other folks instead of the other way around. You kind of get some cool tidbits about everybody, really. I want to know from you guys, though, when it comes to these kind of games like Commonwealth, Olympics, what are your favorite types? I always got a kick out of the gymnasts and the ice skaters, figure skating. So I'm curious, what events really get you excited when it comes to these sort of gatherings of athletes where you get to see so many different disciplines. Let me know below, guys. If you enjoyed this video, appreciate me pre-recording it so you can check it out. Let me know below. I do these sometimes, but I don't want to assume that people can't go to Instagram. I know some people just really hate dealing with all of the social network stuff. So if you enjoyed this, let me know. Give it a thumbs up. If not, give it a thumbs down. Comment below. Answer my very important question of what kind of event do you like? Or just tell me what you thought about the interview. Thank you so much to my members, my subscribers, everybody who comes and views on a regular basis. Just thanks to everybody who helps support this channel, whether it is by views, by sharing, by monetary donation. Thank you to those of you who have done any of that. I really do appreciate the support. Okay, I'm going to go lay back down now because I have energy for like an hour and a half. I'm almost all better, really. Right now I just feel tired. My head's a little stuffy, but nothing like it was even yesterday. I'm still sleepy. So I'm gonna go sleep some more. You guys be safe, be careful, be kind, and watch out for each other. Do good things. Put good things in the world. Cause the opposite is just a waste of time, really. Alright, love y'all. See you later.